The table is looking rather spicy right now. I'll be honest though, the performance against Brighton, that game itself, wasn't spicy. It was completely unspicy. It was savoury, in fact. There were very few sweet notes to it either. It was very bland. It turned out to be a relatively poor performance from the lads. But at the end of the day, the important thing is getting the result. And it seems like the boys have indeed got better at grinding out the results. And I feel those are the important games. Those are the ones which are going to test where you're going to finish at the end of the season. Thankfully, we do indeed seem to be improving to some degree in getting those results. Hey, NarendraTheComic here. Right now, we're just going to be reviewing, having a bit of a look at the Spurs vs Brighton and Hove Albion game. I do always love saying Brighton and Hove Albion. I think it's a great name. They're a club in the Premier League that has become a regular over the last couple of years, and a team that I have liked to watch, especially Pascal Gross. I think he's a very, very good player, and he's someone who really spearheads that team and has done for a few years now. But I was worried going into this. I looked at them and said, these guys are scrappy, these guys will go the distance, and they will do their best to screw this day up for Spurs. And they almost did. 2-1 was a fine scoreline. I think 3-1 or 4-1 would have flattered how Spurs played during the entire game. The first 20 minutes was absolute domination from the boys. A lot of good play going through from all angles. Everyone played incredibly well for that first 15 to 20 minutes. And then, you know, Brighton came back. They had a lot of good play, especially before the second half. And even after the restart, Brighton did start on the front foot. I think they put together a lot of good moves. They had a couple of really, really eye-catching moments. But then there was also a moment where Kane just couldn't put the ball in from a yard out because of the angle that he was at. He should have finished it, to be fair, but I don't think Brighton would have deserved to be 3-1 down at that moment in time. And Kane scored a penalty, which was good. I think it probably was a penalty, and that will obviously be contested by a lot of people because of VAR. But then when you look at Brighton's goal, I think that Højbjerg, the guy, I think he was definitely fouled in the build-up to that goal, and that directly led to the goal. So I think personally that was a foul, and that goal shouldn't have stood for them. But the way they played to get that goal in that next 10 seconds after that foul, I think was incredible. It was really, really nice looking football. If Spurs had been playing like that for most of the game, I would have been very, very happy. But no, they conceded that goal. Not really anyone's fault. I think that people switched off because they were expecting that free kick. And then when it didn't get given, 5 seconds later, the ball's already in the back of the net. So I don't really blame anyone for that particular instance and that goal being let in. But the Welsh wizard came in, swooped down, bloody moved his wand about today and went, hey, I'm gonna do the job for you. I'm gonna get the W just today though. Maybe next week it's not gonna happen, but today I'm gonna get the W for you guys. Gareth Bale came through with the winning goal. There's not really much more to say about it. It was a good finish. It's not like it was an incredible piece of play, but those are the goals you need to score again to be able to get these results going. So now in the Premier League table, as of tonight, as of right now, Spurs are indeed second in the table, only behind Liverpool by 2 points. Better goal difference though, so that's a good thing to see at least. That will help us as the season goes on if we can build on that progressively. I feel in some ways you have to look at it like this, and that is we should be top right now. When you look at the Newcastle game, and you look at the West Ham game more specifically, those results should not have been like that. We should have got all the points there. And if that was the case, we'd be on 18 points right now, ahead in the table, be in a very different mental headspace, especially after that loss to bloody Royal Antwerp in bloody Belgium. You know, you can't do it all. Not every result is going to go your way, and I think it's good to get these things battered into you now as opposed to in February, March time, where there might be issues with confidence. Get these things done, get these results out of your system so these don't happen later on down the line, because it's fine that we're second. The league is so tight though that come next weekend, if results don't go our way and our own result doesn't end well, we could quite easily be 8th or 9th in the table in that scenario. So it's not all done. We all know that. We know that we are in the first stages of the season. But it's a good points return, especially considering how we started last year. This is definitely a marked improvement. Hopefully we can go on maybe do some bits this season. I'm not expecting it from the way we've played over the last 3 games now, when you look at Burnley, Antwerp, and against Brighton. But prior to that, other than the Everton game, guys, Spurs were really doing something special. Outscoring people, putting as much pressure on the ball as possible at different times, pressing. I think that Mourinho has actually made an active choice when you look at the last 3 games as opposed to the previous 3 before that, to say, we can't do this outscoring stuff because we need to score too many goals because we let too many in. So maybe for now he's saying, let's just get the defensive basics right. If we win 1-0, if we win 2-1 and scramble past opponents, it doesn't matter, because the flashy football got us 3-0 up against West Ham, only for us to lose 2 points in the final seconds of the game. And the same situation with Newcastle. So good result, the result we needed, the result that was necessary, but again, not the best football. I know we won, but the performances were not that great either. I think the back line did relatively well throughout the game. I think Sissoko played well. I think Ndombele played okay. I just feel like Lamela and Son and Kane didn't have a very good game. And it's very rare for Kane and Son to both not have a good game. Normally, at least one of them will. And most of the time, they both will. But today, neither of them really seemed like they were on it and they were fully firing. And Lamela's Lamela, so, you know, you don't expect much. But when he hit the post, I was like, don't shoot, man. Don't do it. It's a waste. And then he hit the post. It's like, well, you almost scored, but you didn't. So it doesn't matter. You missed. So it doesn't matter. But it was a good attempt from Lamela. You have to give him props. He tried. I think it was a terrible idea to shoot from there, but he can do what he wants. He does have independent thought as well. I can't take that away from him. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Mourinho himself will come after you. I can tell you the guy's going to be giving them an earful in some ways. He's going to be stroking their egos in others, saying, good job, you closed out the game, we won 2-1. In other ways, he's going to be like, guys, you played freaking shit. You didn't play that good. As I said at the beginning, it definitely wasn't spicy. It really, really wasn't. He's going to come after you. You don't want that. You really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great. I'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. You've been doing it every day for over 2 years now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. Because we're hashtag never not here. And we're never not here, guys, because we always bring the bakwas. And if you don't know, bakwas means nonsense in Punjabi. And we never forget to bring the nonsense. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.